Hi, Sean Huxter here. Welcome to Magical Little Worlds with me. So I was browsing Amazon the other day, not very long ago, just a couple of days ago, and I was thinking it should soon be time for some new Polly Pocket stuff to be dropping for 2025. And I thought I hadn't seen anything yet. I hadn't heard any hints. I looked online. I did some searching. I even Googled leaks, whatever. I saw nothing. And then as I was browsing Amazon, I saw something unique, something new, something I hadn't seen before. And this is it right here. And literally 2 days later, it shows up. And this is the Kitty Popsicle Resort. And I will notice that I don't see it anywhere oh, here it is. Good. It is somewhere on the label, Kitty Popsicle Resort, because I was looking around the label earlier where I would normally expect to find the title, and I couldn't find it. Now, what's the first thing you notice? Maybe if you've been following, Polly Pocket since 2018 or so, or a little bit later maybe, you will notice something is different about this package. First of all, I see some turquoise and not a lot of purple. Now, had you been following recent history of Polly Pocket, the labeling is very purple and green, or certainly very purple, a lot of purple. And if you go to the collabs, for example, the very popular collabs, also purple. And the logo looks like this. And it looks like this on almost every set, or certainly close to it, in the last bunch of years. Now, suddenly, it's different. I believe this logo harkens back to a time a while back in some of the original run, maybe, or at least something similar to it. You'll notice the heart is missing. It's here, of course, but it's not part of the actual logo. I mean, it's the O here, right? But that heart seems to be absent. The little heart with the curlicue in it. And the other thing to notice is it shows a little compact here, which is, I don't think, a real one, but it's interesting. When you flip this over, it says copyright 2025. I'm not showing you the back for a reason. But I'm now going to talk, so the other thing I was going to say about the logo is I have a suspicion. When I was browsing Amazon, not only did I find this set, but I also found something else that was brand new and unique. And it's a small red ring box. And it is using the modern polys with the hard legs, not the original vintage polys. And it is a translucent red ring box with glitter. And when you close it, it's got a faceted top, and it's got this Polly Pocket logo on it. And it is labeled as the Mattel 80th Anniversary Polly Pocket set. So I suspect that this new Polly Pocket branding may come from the fact that Mattel is now celebrating its 80th anniversary. Maybe. And maybe just to refresh it. I don't know quite, but I'm quite happy about it. Now, one of the reasons I want to show the back now. And the reason is, if you watch my channel, you'll know I'm a huge fan of, and it kind of started with me when I bought this set. This is a Polly Pocket set from, what's the year? Oh, come on, it's in there somewhere. Here it is, yeah. So this is from 2019. And this is a space theme set. If you open it up, obviously, space theme. I love my space theme sets. So much so that I bought this one, which is space themed, or at least partly. I bought the rocket necklaces. I also bought this one of the first ones I bought in the Polly Pocket Modern era, which is, it's got a rocket in there, even though it's like kind of like science fair themed. It's got a rocket. I have the UFO ring case in both variants, the lavender and the orange. And I even bought, and I also have the hidden hideouts, which I don't have with me in the room right now. But I also bought the Minnie Mouse space theme set with no figures. It would have been very expensive. I just got the case for fairly cheap. And again, space is my jam. And so while this set has nothing to do with space, also the little UFO vehicle. This set has nothing to do with space, but here's why, and I'm not going to go too deep into this right now, but I am going to show something. And then I'll open this up and we'll see what this new set's all about. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Now on the back, we see hints of what's coming. So it looks like we have a little a unicorn or a unicorn sheep or goat or something with the ears. I can't really tell, but the ears almost look like they're down like a goat's or sheep. It kind of looks kind of fun, but I think that's a unicorn horn. So, I mean, this is like a cutesy little set, not all that interesting to me, but I'm sure kids are going to love it. And then next we've got what looks like a little teddy bear. And I am going to have to look at these and see what the deal is, and I may buy some of them, who knows. But this is what really excited me. Looks like we're getting another space set, and that is my jam. Now, it's very kawaii, right? It's very cutesy with the big eyes and a little character here, but it also looks like the character can slide along the front, which is something that some recent sets have done, like have a little function on the outside. So while I've scoured Amazon and other places for this, it is not available yet. Neither are these two, but this one, part of the same series, is. And now we're going to open it. So let's get right to it. Now, you'll notice the packaging has changed drastically. We're talking a lot more pastels now, all around. And I don't know if that's just going to be for this set. Oh, yeah, and I'm not wrong. It's a retheme because of the 80th Mattel anniversary. I guess I should look at the packaging a little more closely before I start these videos. So let's get to it. One thing I noticed is the package is not falling off like it has been a lot of the older sets. I'm going to tear this open now. Let's see what we have. This is a little info on how to put the compacts together, which is something we've seen for a while now. Packaging. And we'll take the base of the compact out, and we'll get rid of the top part of the compact, or the case, which shows the compact, a little preview of the compact inside. Packaging. And then this, packaging. And now, let's get to removing the rest of the compact. Now, let's see, it appears to be taped in there. The stick part is taped in. And I'm going to try to pull it out by the ears, and then, yeah. And then the tape should just fall away here pretty easily. Yeah, so that's not too bad. Whew. Now that apparently goes here, I'm thinking. I guess. Let's refer back to the diagram. It actually does not show where that goes. Okay. We'll refer to photos. Yeah, that looks to be about right. And then the info on how to put this together is really quite simple. You just put the two halves together, and there's little hole tabs there, so you can just go click, and it's done. And it's not going to come apart after that unless you really pull it hard on it. So there's the set. There is a blue Popsicle set that you may have. I do not have it. It has two sticks, which are white, I believe, and it is a cruise ship theme. If you open it up, there's a cruise ship inside. This is not this. Although this is very much a Popsicle theme. Now, first thing I notice on the front is these glasses appear to come up because they're hinged. Certainly they do. Look at that. So you've got these sunglasses that come up. That's kind of fun. Again, function on the outside, which I think is kind of cool. I wonder, yeah, so the stick is designed to flip forward so you can stand it up on its legs, which is kind of cool. I wonder, should I do the opening? Let's open it first and then do the accessories. So let's find out what's inside. Clasp is a little new. Haven't seen that before. I mean, it's similar to the old original vintage clasps in that it's got this outer edge and then this here, but it almost looks like a little separate piece. All right, let's pull it away. We had a little sneak preview before when we were putting it together. I always love translucent blue water that's really undulating and nicely done. So we got the star here that goes back and forth. I imagine that's for poly accessories to move. We have a life preserver here, which I kind of want to note is similar to the life preserver on the UFO that and that you've seen in a few other sets as well. Then you got these stairs going up. This is clearly a pool because you got like a pool deck here. You got a beach basket or a sunbathing basket here. Not quite sure what that is. Almost looks like somebody placed their earrings on the side of the pool. Not sure. Then over here we've got sandals or flip-flops and stairs going up. And over here there's a little beach ball and looks like a towel. What that little pink thing there is, I'm not quite sure. And then there's some pegs around for placing poly. And then you got this, which looks to be a bit like a float or a boogie board. And that is shaped exactly like the compact itself. And then a poly character can get on there and rock back and forth. Then you go up the stairs into the next deck, and you've got. So this is clearly a commercial pool because you've got a cash register here. And then 2 little pegs. Oh, the cash register makes them go up and down. That's kind of fun. So clearly something's going to go on here. And you've got a little lamp here, which rocks back and forth and rotates. I do love it when something just rotates for the fun of it. In the Starlight, in the Light Up Starlight compact, there is a fountain here that doesn't rotate. And when I fixed one for my daughter, I made it so that it rotates. It doesn't do anything, but it's fun. And you've got a covered bed here with a very tiny bed. I mean, it's really tiny. Mostly beds in Polly Pocket sets are full size, so you can actually sleep on it. You're not going to be able to do that here. And a little ottoman with a little peg for something, maybe a pet, who knows. I haven't looked at this accessories yet, so I can't tell you. And then we go further up, and we've got a deck up here with a real bed. So this is, oh, it looks like a Murphy bed. Oh, that's neat. It's a Murphy bed with a television under it. Very cool. The Murphy bed folds down. You know, rethinking it, this small bed is probably a pet bed. I think it has to be, given that there's a full-size bed up top. Why would they not do a full-size bed? Because I think it's a pet bed, and a very pampered pet by the look of things. And then you got like a beanbag or a soft chair up here, which does not rotate. Here you have an end table and a lamp. Then you got stickers, of course, or not necessarily stickers, but cardboard and paper back here. That is the compact. Now, this is not my favorite theme of a compact. I don't mind ocean themed. I don't like swimming pools and parties so much, but that doesn't matter. I had to get this set because it's the first of the new line for 2025, Mattel's 80th anniversary. Okay, let's pull out the accessories. Starting over here, we've got an inflatable floating chair, a couch for the pool, and then another one, which is, oh, this is a deck chair. Awesome. You see deck chairs on various Polly Pocket sets, including, I think the vintage treehouse has one outside, and the giraffe house maybe, or one of the animal houses has it, and it has a folding top, or maybe it's the horse saloon. Not sure which, but it does. And then you've got this. Now this I have seen before, because this exists in the takeout of the ramen stand. This is the same as this right here. It's just molded in a clear purple instead of a solid purple. Let's put that away for a second. So that's another accessory. Food, and I imagine that'll go on the next to the cash register. And then let's go bottom to top, because the top is the character, and we'll leave her for last. You have a table, often seen in party sets. A table that you can attach to a peg, and it has a little peg of its own. So, yeah, just for fun, if you want to stack these, you can stack these endlessly. But this is meant to go next to the pool, obviously, and it'll have food or accessories on it, I guarantee you. And then you've got a pool umbrella. And we see it's translucent pink and has patterns alternating, like a lot of umbrellas do. And this has a peg hole, too, so obviously it'll sit probably, you know, over the deck chair. Next is this, which I have a feeling, without even looking at it, that this is kind of fun. I think this is a floating food tray. So it sits in the pool, and you can have your food and drink float next to you in the pool, which is kind of fun. I am not a big pool person myself. I don't like hanging out at pools, but lots of people do. This is a blender, which also exists in the Target set, I believe. There's a blender that goes in the coffee shop at the top for making smoothies. This one is obviously in a pool in a hot situation, probably definitely designed to make smoothies. And maybe that goes next to the cash register. And of course, all that's up to you. We have a carry-along suitcase, but it's so tiny, and yet it does open. So let's open it and see what's inside. Okay, so you got a bathing suit there, and I don't know what that stick is, maybe a toothbrush, I don't know. And then some more clothing items here, not quite sure which. Oh, by the way, I've been painting and crafting, so forgive the fingers. A lot of black paint today, as I'm making a set that I will reveal at some point. Anyway, yeah, so that closes up, and that's a carry-along suitcase, because this is very much a resort, as they say, right? So the rooms are a resort, and they brought luggage. And the last of the accessories is a palm tree. That's kind of nice. 2 colors and a peg, I imagine. Yeah, so it can sit somewhere on the deck or around. And now we move on to the animal and people characters. We have a corgi, certainly something we've seen in many, many Polly Pocket sets, and I believe even like the advent calendars. But, you know, everybody loves a corgi, and you just cannot go wrong with a corgi. And some of these animals have legs that separate but form a peg hole, so the corgi can stand firmly on a peg, which is very nice. And last but not least, Polly Pocket. Here she is, packaging. How we have Polly Pocket, and she is wearing, I was going to say I don't quite know what that is. It's not just spots. I suspect they're not just blue polka dots. I suspect they are something, but I don't know what they are. Anyway, so she's wearing a bathing suit. She's wearing, she's got gel hair, and she's wearing sunglasses on top, which is made of the same gel, and her face. And she is a split leg Polly with pegs on the bottom. Feet a little large. Feet are a little disproportionately large. Not too much different than previous years, so the 2025 rebranding doesn't come with a complete brand new style of Polly. But I think I may join some vintage collectors in wishing that they would kind of go back to the circle at the base, single joint Polly, just for nostalgia's sake, and they do that in the ring bases and some of the heritage collection and some of the keepsake collections. But I don't know. I'm kind of torn because I think that vintage collectors would like the original, and yet these are trying to be sold to kids today, and kids today probably are more used to figures that have more articulation. And yes, the arms do move individually, and that's Polly. So what do we have? We can place Polly. Let's just decorate the place quickly, and then we'll close it down for the day. So we'll put the deck chair here. We'll put the umbrella next to it, which makes sense. Oh, let's put the umbrella inside the life preserver, and then we can put the. I suspect that the floaty is meant to go on this star, so that the floaty thing is what's in the pool going back and forth. And we could put the palm tree over here as shade under the towel. That's kind of nice. Then also, this is kind of meant to be in the pool as well, so that could also go in there. But for now, and it can also go on the rocking thing, but for now I'm just going to put it next to the pool right here. And I mean, the suitcase can go upstairs. There's no peg, so I'll just put that upstairs. Food. So we do have food, and I'm going to put one on the next to the cash register here, and I'm going to put the blender next to the cash register on the other side, very similar to how I've set up the Target set that I have, where there's a blender and a coffee cup, I believe, up next to the cash register, and this does fit there next to the cash register, and it does pop up and down as you move. That's kind of fun. And the corgi can go anywhere, but I think we're going to put the corgi... let's put the corgi right here. Because we don't want the corgi to be hidden away. We want the corgi to have a spot of prominence. So I'll put the corgi here. I like the corgi, I have to say. And the table can go... You know what? If I move this a little, I wonder... You know what? If I move this, the table can go here. And then maybe the food can go on the table. That makes more sense, maybe, for this. And again, we put that upstairs. And then Polly can lounge. Well, that's it, guys. So this is the first of the 2025 sets. And while it is, as I said, not my favorite theme, but there's one coming, the space theme. It is the first of the new 2025 set. It is Mattel's 80th anniversary. And I had to do this video because I've not seen anybody review this or even talk about this set before. And so... I think I may have beaten some people to the punch. We'll see. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to be getting the red 80th anniversary ring case, and I'll be doing a video on that as well. So any videos that I have scheduled to come up before then kind of get pushed back because these are kind of like breaking news. Okay, so for me, Sean Huxter, welcome to the new 2025 80th anniversary Mattel Magical Little Worlds, and we'll talk to you later.